by-elections results are always very unique because all the machinery are always directed to a certain point.
Yeah.
Are you getting that? So that one cannot really give a clear glimpse of the popularity of a party. Like now, the machinery is going to dictate. The candidate might even be one thing, but because of the machinery, a candidate can emerge a victor. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the by-elections are not the right platforms to validate a strength of a serious candidate or a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, if you come to Homa Bay, when we are going to have a by-election, a general election, there are so many different dynamics in political path. Like the version of Mbere and the version of Kasipul are very much different. Yes, like in Mbere, that is not an homegrown party. UDA is not an homegrown party there, but ODM in our place is homegrown party. Yeah, so the dynamics that might dictate ODM losing the Kasipul seat is not the same as the one in Mbere. In Mbere, they tend to look at UDA as an outsider's party, and knowing very well that our politics is always tribally inclined. So they are trying to bring that tribal aspect with the ownership. So the reason we don't own this party.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if we give this party opportunity, then we've sold our birthright to the outsiders. Are you getting what I'm saying? But as I know, it is a matter of a by-election. If you've analyzed by-elections anytime, since they started, by-elections results are always very unique because all the machinery are always directed to a certain point.
Yeah.
Are you getting that? So that one cannot really give a clear glimpse of the popularity of a party. Like now, the machinery is going to dictate. The candidate might even be one thing, but because of the machinery, a candidate can emerge a victor. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the by-elections are not the right platforms to validate a strength of a serious candidate or a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, if you come to Homa Bay.
Inakuja Tongo Nguvu, I go by the name of Ochino, the only Kenyan who is a man, a boy, and also a friend. And of course, when we say seated here, it's because we're having a conversation that you've requested for us to have. And of course, today's conversation, we're having a conversation surrounding the ODM at 20 celebrations analysis. And of course, to do this, we have a good friend of the show, George Aliet.
Yes.
George, for those people who might not know you, they might not know you as one of the senior political analysts that we have currently in the country, and of course our governance expert. And today, as we're sitting here, we have the conversation of ODM at 20 celebrations. We saw it happen over the 3 days. There's the previous interview we had before the celebrations, and there's some things which you said and they came to pass. So says that ukijita striker number 9 wa siasa, nobody should doubt.
Thank you.
Anyway, umekuaje since our last sit down?
I'm okay. Tumekuwa na wakati mzuri.
Yeah.
It was only that there are so many issues. The ones I think probably are the ones you had to ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you manage to go to the event in Mombasa?
Nikose nichekwe. Even though I went in a very tight schedule.
Yeah.
And but it meant a lot for me. Yes.
For you, just as an ODM member, maybe the mood or the atmosphere that was there, even before you say how the event was, just the atmosphere of that event, the first big event, post Raila Amolo Odinga. How can you describe that atmosphere ya watu wenye walikuja to that event?
The atmosphere was very right, according to me. Sababu, because at the end of the day, it gave an impression of how the institution is loved. Yes. However much there were so many whispering about doubts in people's minds. How is it going to be without Raila Amolo Odinga? How is it going to be? Everybody is clouded with uncertainty. But the denominator is ODM family is up to the task. So they were going to join hands to see how are they going to go through the murky waters.
Yeah.
Now that the spiritual leader is no longer there. So according to me, my judgment is as clear as the ODM family is just okay. And being a democratic party, all those statements you got, be it negative, positive, sarcasm, criticism, those are what else in a democracy. Yes, we've learned the art of you speak your mind.
Yeah.
You ever march, it might not be taken, but you've spoken. People have heard you. Yes.
Yeah. And going into it now, just the general overview for you as Judge Aliet. How can you summarize the whole event for the 3 days?
The whole event was a success because one, the bigger ODM family has a direction that Raila did give. Then there are also other few elements who have divergent opinion. So that was the right platform of us trying to realize who is who. Who do we have? Who is it that you don't have? Because at that given time, you could get people talking.
Yeah.
Like I can already pick one of the senior members of ODM, founder member, Henry Kosgei.
Yeah.
Henry Kosgei give a clear glimpse of how, if at all there is consideration, the last person to be considered going forward is Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka. He mistreated Raila when Raila needed the party most. He gave that clear-cut information.
Yeah.
We also equally got Babu. Babu coming in, Johnny come late, like George Aliet. Are you getting that? But when he was given the platform, he ensured he must sling the Sifuna, giving a clear picture. The language he speaks is the same language Sifuna is speaking. And that's why Sifuna managed to bring him over to come and speak his mind. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as somebody who is very analytical, on that platform you could easily get it. And I've told you again and again, however much Mheshimiwa Oburu Odinga is a man beyond reproach, with a lot of wisdom, based on age, level-headed. But we did get a clear picture from Sister Winnie. Winnie did say categorically, Bwana, there are some people here who wants to sell the party. During the day we are with them, but at night they are underground with the others. Are you getting that? Then the last, now to break the camel's back, Winnie didn't come very clear that there are some people here. This leadership, no. NDC must bring for us the new leaders.
Yeah.
But you see, if you are narrow-minded, or if you don't have that bigger picture, you'll start castigating Winnie. That Winnie, one, is not supporting the broad-based government. Two, is that Winnie is not supporting the uncle's leadership, Mheshimiwa Oburu Odinga. But the truth be told, that one, even without Winnie talking, I'd seen it. But I've told you here, there are so many test tube leaders whom Raila brought on board. Are you getting that? So, because they've said something, these people have managed to give a buffer zone on Oburu to an extent that they want to proceed with their ill intentions. And I've said they are trying to take advantage of Oburu's advantage. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some of these things, we did get them from there. But now the general version is, when we were there, people were talking in the different cocoons. But the membership of the ODM family that was at the cost, statistically the bigger percentage are of the opinion that one, ODM is in broad base to stay. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then two, they were of the opinion that the gesture Winnie was giving is the right gesture going forward. There are people there who doesn't mean well for the party. What they want to use Oburu, because the truth be told, even if you are a key striker like myself, and I don't have colleagues who can play along, we are heading nowhere.
Yeah.
Oburu is there as a figurehead who is very able. But there are some few elements around him there. And these are the same elements who doesn't want the people like Joe to talk. They don't want Badi to talk. Are you getting what I'm saying? They don't want Oparanya to talk. They feel it is their time to eat. And they want to eat the wrong way. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those ones we did get from the forum. Yes. Doing our underground check.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, I love the way you've summarized it.
Yes.
Because previously here we were with Professor Kotonde.
Yes.
And for him, he's on a very different opinion
Yes.
of what happened that day, from how he understood all that. And from Kotonde's, who is also your colleague,
Yes.
his understanding is that the party doesn't accommodate Babu Owino. But for you, from the talks we've been having this platform, you have the opinion that Babu Owino is sidelining himself so that he can have that if sympathy votes, for lack of a better word. When Babu Owino was given that chance by Sifuna said it's because during the youth meeting, the ODM youth meeting, Babu Owino was not there. That time he hadn't traveled to Mombasa, so the youth were demanding to hear from Babu Owino. So Sifuna saw it right to call Babu Owino and tell him to be there on that day. And kila mtu alikuwa anaongea. And when he was given the mic, he was not even in the protocol to speak. He was not in the program to speak. So ni kama Sifuna ali break to protocol akamwita so that he can soothe the larger population, youth population in ODM. From Babu's speech as George Aliet, how are you reading that speech? Was it a speech of beating the drums of war? Was it a speech of desperation from Babu Owino crying for help that wadosi wa ODM wache kumpinya wampe chance ya thrive within the party? And politically, what does that kind of speech that Babu gave depict politically?
Let me tell you, I've told you again and again, if you have bad manners, you'll exclude yourself from the team. Mheshimiwa Babu Owino, I've said it again and again. Mheshimiwa Babu Owino, as his adrenaline production is very high. He's still youthful, very aggressive and combative. But now, he's doing it at the wrong forum. Are you getting what I'm saying? The ODM family, we've accommodated Babu Owino. If at all it is not accommodation, then I think nobody could have even afforded to give him that platform. Because even Sifuna alone cannot purport to bring him in by force. Are you getting that? The only thing that is apparent there is that Babu Owino is in his world. He's in his world. Because at the end of the day, you cannot purport to say you are not accommodated. Now, George Aliet is not even in the party structure. Leave alone anywhere, I'm not anywhere. In fact, when we are being considered from the party's family, I fall under the rest. Yes. But now, Babu Owino is an MP. He's recognized by virtue of his status. But now, if George Aliet can manage to go to the coast, are you getting what I'm saying? Now, what reason does Babu Owino have not to have gone there at the right time? It is only a matter of fact he understands himself. And so, the whole issue that is apparent with that young man is that if he wants to grow, according to me, I think it is very easy for him to grow within the ODM structures. But equally, that one does not mean he cannot grow elsewhere. He knows himself. I might be giving a judgment, but a poor one. But the kind of statement address Babu Owino gave, to me, it is not very unique. Or it is not news, because I've known him. That's the way he talks. He comes and wants to create attention and talk the vulgar things that are not. It is true. Let me say, he was not in the protocol. But now his privilege has been given the opportunity. What do? Outsmart your colleagues by how you do the address. Let the people who fails that you are going to, because the attack on the leadership of the party is very clear from the previous events. Are you getting that? So if at all he was very wise, he was very wise. He could have even decided now to hero worship them. Sometimes you fool somebody by hero worship even if you don't want him. But he's coming just on that trap. They know the kind of Babu. Babu will come and try to tell us he's not comfortable, he's not pleased, he's not what, and he comes and do it. So it is not news. And that's why even when he was doing that, who responded to him? Did it even gain traction?
It did. It did.
You see,
maybe you can say maybe not on the ground, but when you see the reactions on social media, because the people who are on social media, yes, maybe not all of them are not ODM supporters, but the general Kenyans who are interested with the current political happenings in the country, and from that the remarks, that speech made a lot of people pay attention. I can say it achieved whatever Babu wanted it to achieve. And that's why I just wanted to hear your opinion as a political analyst and also as an ODM proponent also.
The intention they wanted to achieve, if it is from the ODM family, it's lost it. If it is from the general public, it's okay. But we don't need general public, we need ODM family. Political parties are formed to get power. And the power, the basis of our power emanates from our membership. For you to go and achieve it, your basis come from the membership. And if this membership is not accommodative, you are out. When I came from Mombasa straight away, I went to Bunge la Mwananchi at John Saga. That one next to Huruma police station. And I gave an information there. The truth of the matter, the people I found there, because I was not alone, in that forum, we were 11 of us who traveled from the coast. I can tell you, the membership that was there, over 100, you could only get 3 or 4 people trying to discuss Babu. They'll tell you Babu is finished. Are you getting what I'm saying? Bwana, you cannot come out and fight that battalion. You can't. You blend yourself, you get a clique who can help you fight. Like the narrative Winnie did give is a general narrative. Huh? Are you getting what I'm saying? Winnie is owning up. She doesn't believe in that leadership. And believe me, the people, there are people that Winnie's voice, Winnie's voice was a voice of the voiceless. Like myself, who doesn't have time to go there. Are you getting that? And when Winnie talked, Winnie tried to bring a platform that however much things might not be okay, but we have a way of doing our things. Let's subject this thing to the NDC. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So subjecting this thing to the NDC means we want to do things the right way within our framework. And there's nobody who's going to deny that. In the initial stages, people will try to rebel against it. But as things are progressing, then today we are going to reach the NDC. And Winnie's demand is going to be met.
Yeah.
So that is the platform I expected Babu to take. Because like right now, the people who are there from the word go, Babu is not accommodative. He's decided to exclude himself. Now, how can Babu take that advantage and come into the fore? She should gang up with the people who questions the rationale of actualizing the leadership of these interim people. Then try to bring it back to the NDC so that everybody who is interested can come on board. That's the opportunity Babu can take so that he succeeds. But when now you come and throw stones at everybody, you see, the kind of politics Babu is doing is populist. But you can never do populist politics with an institution. Populist politics you do with the general public. When it comes to the institutional matters, now that one soberness and structured framework is being followed. So you ensure you entrench your system or your policies within the framework. Then you have the say at the end of the tunnel. Yes.
And then also there's the issue that the people who are nominated to the broad-based government, that is CS Joho, CS Mbadi, CS Opio Andai, and also CS Oparanya. They were all at the event, I think on Saturday. And they got a chance to talk. And from their speeches, it was like for them, they were saying that ODM must support President William Ruto in 2027. ODM must. We're in the government. We should not criticize the government. But other people who also spoke in the same forum, senior members as well, were saying that yes, we are currently in this agreement, but we are binded within the 10-point agenda. But in that agenda, we are not. There's no place that is saying that we must support President William Ruto come 2027. For ODM not to get a road deal going forward, when are you seeing is the right time for them to negotiate? Should they wait for the president to invite them for the negotiation, or should they just force the negotiations to happen so that they can have an upper hand before the president maybe comes to them, or they just have a mutual agreement of how they're going to work together come 2027?
What I can tell you, on the two fronts, all these people are saying the same thing. On the two fronts. Like people like Wandai, Oparanya Joe, John Mbadi. Are you getting that? Even though you could not get people like a school, let me tell you, their statement is as relevant as somebody who say within the party structure who are saying we are working up to 2027. There's no variation. The difference between the two statements is the same. It is only that these other people are already within that system. So they are just trying to tell you that at the end of the day, we don't have any alternative route. The only route we have is the one we are already in. Are you getting what I'm saying? John Mbadi, Wandai, a school, Oparanya, and Joe, I consider as those who are sent by Joshua to Canaan to go and check. Wale Waswahili wanaita waangalizi. They were there to go and spy that country, the security there, the security data that is there, that can threaten their entry. And now when they went there and brought back information to Joshua and the Israelites, that place is just okay. Even though they were operating under PI divine intervention. But now, if they bring the information, kule ni kuzuri, who are you questioning and you've not gone there? It is like now, Elijah comes back and tells us, everyone is just a marvelous place. Who are we? Not to hang ourselves so that we go there, we get a nice life. Are you getting that?
Yeah.
Now, the only difference that is here, with the buddies and his colleagues, they are not doing politics. But these other people are doing politics. Their politics are too strong. One, they are trying to do politics to hike their stake. Two, they are this side trying to talk that way. There are two elements on this other side. There are those who are hiking the stake, but there are also those who do, that's what, try to cool others. But there are those who are holistically not for Ruto support 2027. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people like Gladys Wanga, Simbarati, Abdulswamad Nini, Abdulswamad. Come to Nani Oburu Odinga.
Yeah.
I can tell you, get it from me. What they don't want is turmoil in the party. Okay, top 10 points agenda. We did agree up to 2077. Buana, we are going up to that time. We are going to talk once we are there. Let us reach there. It's when you'll get there. You'll know the chaff and the real beans. You'll know it. This is a platform to do what? To pamper people like Zephona. Myself, I'll say it the way it is.
Yeah.
Like the way Mheshimiwa Oburu called Babu. It is a matter of pampering Babu. Kwane, what is that? What are you just saying? We are going to do that because when the hour of need comes, hapo ndio utajua true colors. And that's why I've told you severally. You see, however much people are doing politics, maisha Kenya yetu hakunanga siri. Ochino, what I'm going to tell the general public there is different with what when we set up two of us.
Yeah.
Are you getting that? The military, under their oath, they do their things in their barracks and their institutions. But what they do there leads to the general public because we have sisters and brothers who are there. So in the ODM, the version of not supporting Ruto 2027, we are going to consider when we reach there, is just a narrative to make the party become intact. There's a time when now things comes, the real time. But either we are working with Ruto or you go. But as a party, we have to work with Ruto.
But people, when you hear other analysts,
Yes.
even in other platforms talk,
Yes.
they're saying that ODM, if not careful,
Yes.
they can be wanaweza rukwa at the last minute.
Nanani?
If they're saying that a faction of the opposition can as well be bought, because at the end of the day, the same thing, the same interest that ODM have joining government is the same interest that the opposition has joining government. And so they're saying ODM wasipochunga, if they don't play their in-house politics correctly, then there's a space for the opposition also to come and fill that gap that ODM might offer now President William Ruto come 2027. Is that just a general talk, or can that have a reality within ODM as of now?
The truth of the matter is, Uda playing a different ball game to ODM. In politics, it is not news. But now, this ball game you want to play, how viable is it to you? The only version that probably might work for the president's party, if you leave ODM alone, is wipe. That's the only constituency that is consolidated that you can talk about. But if you go the DCP way, for example, let me tell you, they say there's no bad blood in politics. But the optics, there are things that are not reversible. Probably time might make these people work together. But now, Gachagua already knows I have the masses and I have what it takes to push Ruto away. Are you getting that? So the only version is to make arrangement with another person. But I think, Pia, Brother Chino, if you might know, Ruto knows better than you. They see this thing known as ODM is just a name. But the people that makes that party be that name, Ruto knows them very well. I've been singing Ruto here. Now imagine I'm not singing him. Apart from the Kotondes, those ODM family singing Ruto, who else? Who else? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leave alone singing. Myself, I can tell you the truth of the matter. Even going to the political terrain, this thing Orengo is once. Iya barabara. Who can do it better than us? And the truth of the matter is, when we decide to do it, you cannot threaten us with bullets. We don't care. So, ODM, in fact, those things happening in the ODM party, beware, some of them are even sponsored by some elements, even in that Ruto's government. Yes. Even Ruto's government has interest in that.
Yeah.
There are elements who are pushing cards in the ODM party, because they know working with this person is easy. This one is a problem. And already circumstances had made the problem to be in the system. So how do we manage the problem in the system? This is one of the issues coming, that one, we are not going to do what? We are only going to work with Ruto up to 2027 to cool them down now. Now when the time comes, you are told, gentlemen, we are no longer going to cool you down. You are with us or you are out.
Yes. Choose.
Choose. We are not going to bembeleza you. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you get, sometimes it's only that the technology and the time frame we have is not supportive. But if you do your due diligence, of the 1,000 lures, you will only get 90 anti-Ruto's government. We've made a decision, we are going.
Yeah.
In fact, right now, even if ODM family decide, the leadership decide we are not going to work with Ruto, they are going to remain with the minority. Yes. Because that party, we follow it based on the ideals. Some of these ideals, some of them were factored in the 10-point agenda. And the most important one, respect of the human rights and equitability in the resource distribution. And the two things Ruto is doing. So when you tell us now we cannot confront there, what are you telling us? We are not there. And they know.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the people who are going to come with a system that they are not going to work with Ruto from that party, they are irrelevant. They are going to be irrelevant, I can tell you. Because one, it is only Raila who can command people to go to the road. Are you getting what I'm saying? It is only Raila. So if Raila who could command us to go to the road is no longer there, who are you going to command us? Then you are going to tell us we've gone to the road, then what next? No, nothing else. Oh.
Talking of a few things that you said in the last interview,
Yes.
before the ODM celebrations happened, you said clearly that Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president,
Yes.
won't attend.
Yes.
And clear to your words, Uhuru Kenyatta didn't
I told
attend.
you he cannot attend. Uhuru is not a political novice. This is not the same Uhuru Moi was calling and doing like this.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes going behind the tent to smoke. This is not the same Uhuru. The current Uhuru is an Uhuru with the PhD in political science. Yes.
Through experience.
Through experience. He knows the dynamics. And I can tell you, as that we are talking now, I told you the other time, probability question of Uhuru giving accolades to Gachagua, the day Gachagua will push himself to the helm. But for now, Ruto is a better preference than Gachagua.
For Uhuru politically.
For Uhuru. Not Uhuru politically, Kenyatta's family. For now, let me tell you, even that voice you got from Winnie, beware, that is the voice of Mheshimiwa Ruto, that's the voice for Gideon Moi, that's the voice for Uhuru Kenyatta. And again, let me tell you, you take Ruto to, you say you are going for the NDC, you are going to see Winnie vying as one of the party leader.
And she might be elected.
Not might be. Oh, you're talking of might be. Or I don't know linguistics. That is done and dusted. You take them to the NDC. That young lady has taken it. Even if I'm the delegate, I will give an opportunity. I can even vote 1,000 times. Because one, you can never purport to write where you did so. Raila 9 years is in prison. Privileges and honor children get from the parents. Where did Winnie get them? She lost the game. Are you getting that? Now, somebody from somewhere who managed his oral life well, comfortably. Then today, Mheshimiwa Raila is in the terrain, suffering because of the sacrifice he made, and came up with an institution. That institution is above board, running to billions. You have the audacity of splashing 200 million in the name of an anniversary, and you want to block the Raila family. Hata wana haya. Bwana, let me tell you. Hii nchi italewa hii. Kwanza tutakulana kama ODM hata kabla tujakula ya Kenya. Mimi I stand by what I'm saying. Because you cannot purport. Now, Win is not even in the youth stream. So, Uni amekuwa flower girl, eti anawekwa address youth people. Who is saying that league?
So for you as Aliet, you think it's important for her at least to have an official role within ODM?
And in the mainstream. Hiyo pesa wanatumia hapo, who made that money to come there? Wakati Mheshimiwa Raila alikuwa anatengeneza wajumbe. Because hao wajumbe ni wa kutengenezwa. Wanakaa kama mdoli. Si wametengenezwa. Magavana wametengenezwa. Bila Raila kupigania devolution, wangekuwa governors wakipitia wapi? Walikuwa najua mambo ya governance. Si all along will be lobbying mambo ya majimbo. Federalism. It is the Winnies who coined that thing to be kuitwa ugatuzi. Sasa leo ama governor. Leo mimi ni mjumbe. Eti leo ni party, mimi ni deputy party leader. Mimi sijui ni nani. Then wanafikiri Oburu ni mjinga. Watapanga na wafanye vitu za. Bwana Winnie awekwe kwa mainstream. Huko mbele tukisha kufa. Lakini wacha baki akule jasho ya baba yake. Yes.
And for the few people who might mistake that to be Odingaism and making ODM a family party, a family property.
Yes.
Are they mistaking it?
It doesn't matter to me. Bwana Leo Ochino, kila siku nakuja hapa interview. Kuna mwingine hata jui kamera inakaa namna gani. You getting that?
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day, hii mdomo yangu mingi, kesho nipe platform watoto wangu wapate platform. Then utasema sasa ni Alietism. Watu waache nonsense. Let me tell you. Bibi, I always tell people. Na watu wanasema I'm vulgar. I'm not vulgar. Ile kitu watu wataki ni the naked truth. Kuna familia zingine Kenya hii, hata my age mates. Kuna wengine ukiwaona, unafikiria ni mtu wa 100 years. Some of them are even younger than me. What has happened? Ni what you do with your life. So wakati Raila Amolo Odinga alikuwa anapigana kusudi tuweze kupata hiyo institution today we are talking about. Wengine mababu zao ama mababa zao walikuwa naridhi wanawake kwa mtaa wakikunya bosa. Unanielewa? So at the end of the day, hii sweat huyu mzee alipigania. Do you want now to say msichana akisema yenyewe hata mimi mniganyie karobo nikae hapa? Mnaanza kusema ni nini? Eti kwa ni mali ya familia. Hii ni mali ya familia. Kama unajisi si mali ya familia, endo wazize yako, hatutakusumbua kwa hiyo. Lakini sisi ambao tuko hapa and we appreciate the effort ya yule mzee, we cannot purport to sideline them. Unanielewa? Just the same way ja Okoburu. Now umesideline nani? Umesideline Winnie and the Raila family. Umesideline Oburu and his family. Wakena ja Okoburu hawako hapo. Unanielewa? Hawako. So at the end of the day, eti umetuwekea Oburu hapo juu. There are major decisions ikifika Oburu cannot even make. The only thing Mheshimiwa Oburu is going to do, wakishakaa wamefanya hizo puzi zao, watamletea mzee tuweke kidole. And he's going to do it because one, this utmost good faith.
Yeah.
Miaka zimeenda. Kuna so many things he cannot venture to interrogate. Not that he is incapable. And that was the concern ya Winnie. Si eti anko yake hawezi. But mimi where I stand, ni jambo ni moja. Tufanye yale yote tutafanya, lakini hii family waweke kwa mainstream. Ili awekwe hata huko nyuma kwa choo, vile Raila alikuwa deputy director of election babake akikufa. But you cannot purport now mpaka resources zimeletwa pale unabweka hapo. Then tukiongea unasema eti hii si Odinga, nini Odinga hizo. We babu yako anaitwa nani tumuite?
Because that has been one of the most, that's the only reason why people have, when you ask them, when they say that people are advocating for the Odingas to be also part of the leadership, they are saying some other people also earned to be deputy party leaders, to be secretary generals. So they feel that they themselves should earn it, and not just because they are family members. But that's a topic that we can leave open also for people who are watching, maybe to give us their comments. Finally, now almost winding up, we end up with the issue of a very good word that was used during the ODM celebrations, founder members. And the founder members that stood out were Henry Kosgei and President William Ruto. And in their speeches, they made sure they reminded the young, maybe ODM supporters who are not there or who don't remember history well, the roles that they played. President Ruto reminded people how ODM was formed, how ODM got that name, the monumental role he also played, he himself, during that time within ODM. Do you think with the speeches that they made, did they achieve what they wanted politically? And has now the ODM members are now aligning also, because they are seeing, yes, this party to be where it is today, the positions that I'm holding today as an MP, as an MCA, the founding members played a very huge role. And now that we're working together even towards 2027, it will be even ethically right and morally right to support the government again come 2027.
Their speeches they made are viable. And they did got the information that is expected and the reactions. And that's what I've been saying all along. You cannot know where you are going and where you are better if you don't know the history. Are you getting what I'm saying? And this is one of the versions that I can tell you was depicted when people come to realize, however much today, Kalonzo people are trying to bring in to the ODM membership as holier than thou. There are weaknesses that Kalonzo did have that are costed us as a party. So, Mheshimiwa Ruto, however much people tend to think, when we work with him, there is a favor we are giving him. Out of that statement, did give a clear glimpse of that, however much we are in different parties, but it's like we are in a house with different rooms. At one given time, we've been together. It is only a matter of dynamism that ensures sometimes you might decide to go out and do your errands. You get what I'm saying? And so, as a party, I think we have a very clear history, and that history is very key. And that one brings a clear picture to the people who've been given mandate today to understand that them being there is not that they are superhero. There are people who had worked there and left it for them to proceed. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that is what is making us think, if you are given time, do your things and you leave a legacy there. Yes.
Also now, finishing, just a recap or an overview of maybe the people who might now see ODM now is a stable ship. All the new leadership that were there, the likes of Wanga got other positions, the Rosemary's, the Ruth Odingas, sorry, they got positions. Now that ODM is a stable ship, what is the next major thing that they can now focus on? Should they then now start making the political strategy, election strategy towards 2027, or they still have to ensure that the house is in order, maybe by, of course, having the NDC as suggested, or they don't need any other NDC as of now up to the time that maybe they want to select a flag bearer or other positions?
I think with the trust I give to the leadership that is there, the squabbles that are within the party, they are in-house squabbles, and so they should sort them in-house. Like the concern of Winnie Odinga. I think it is something, if they are rigid and inertia, that's what might necessitate the NDC. And that is what might bring so many issues, ikiwemo the issues of wakina Babu Owino. But if they are up to the task and they appreciate divergent opinion, then I think things like the Winnie's version, these are things they can sit down and organize there and ratify. Are you getting that? Then it becomes a no issue. But after saying that, I believe once they've sorted out the mess that is there, and the by-elections are behind us, the only thing I expect of them as a party, our party has been very popular because we've always been on the road trying to popularize the party. I think they should come up and launch straight away more recruitment drives, because we have young people who are not yet in the party. We equally have people who've been other parties, but they are not now partyless, because probably those parties now doesn't conform to what they expect. So the next course of action then equally is to go around in the ODM basis so that they ensures people comes together with them outside Raila's presence. Yes. So those are the avenues of how the party can remain afloat. Then these others, like whether we are going to ensure that the 10 points agenda is implemented, and the Ruto government doesn't give us every task when now we are going to popularize it, then I think those are now power games. They need to sit down as a family with their partners and try to ratify what is there. Like one of the things that I've had so many people talk about is the probability question. Is it likely that Mheshimiwa Rais is going to jump ship and run with the ODM? Then two, in a probability question, that arrangement is going to progress past 2027, then how is it going to be? Is it likely that there is a likelihood that Kindiki is going to sit that seat, deputy slot for the party representative from the ODM? I think these are some of the things they need to handle as part of the power game within their boardroom meetings at leadership. Yes.
So lastly, now as we close this interview, after the nice and the reasonable and also logic overview of the ODM celebrations, we finish up now with the issue of now the by-elections.
Yes.
We have been talking about the by-elections for a long time now, almost over the last 3 months, and now finally it's happening over the week. In like a week's time, they're now going to go to the ballot. For Kasipul specifically, because you also come from Homa Bay County,
yes.
I'm sure you also follow the campaigns that have been happening there in Kasipul. Some people are saying that the ground has been not in favor for the ODM candidate. Maybe some people might also say it is because maybe ODM, they were going through a hard time, the morning Raila, like the uncertainty and all. Now that ODM is strong and it has all leadership position filled up, there is no like vacancy remaining. Should they now put all their efforts for the last minute campaigns now for the ODM candidate in Kasipul, so that at least that notion that the ground is not in favor of the ODM candidate can be reversed? And if at all it's true that the ground is not in favor of the ODM candidate, if they do serious campaigns now with all the leadership there from the grassroots all the way to the national level, can they be able to manage to turn around that ground so that at the end of the day the ODM candidate ends up winning the Kasipul seat finally?
What I know, the campaigns has been going on. There's nothing new the ODM battalion is going to do in Kasipul. If the people of Kasipul have decided otherwise, then that's the way it's going to go. But if it happens, there are also probability questions that probably Boyd Were is going to enjoy some royalty from the father, if at all there was. Then those are the parameters that are going to dictate the outcome. So according to me, I think the ODM family have started hitting the road like they were in Nairobi campaigning for the MCA seat. And equally they are going to head there. And believe me, they are going to camp there. Yes. But as I know our people, probably with the respect our people have for the late Muse, they might give it a consideration. But it is not very easy because events are going on there. As at now, it is neck to neck. Yes.
It will be
because
very close.
leave alone the battalion going there. They've always employed proper campaign strategy there. Yes, they are working there indirectly. But it is still 50-50. So we are yet to see the outcome. But all I know, ODM as an up is task, they have to style up and do things that are going to be compatible with the general membership. If they don't do it, then just the way I did tell you, we are going to lose tremendously. Yes, coming to the general election. Yes.
Because also when you look at Mbere, also the UDA candidate, the government candidate, he is also facing a lot of resentment and inakuja sana sana when the DCP candidate ama the when DP Gachagua, former DP, went there, he'll get a lot of, it's a very interesting space now that we are in, and what later down to now the broad-based candidates, the one in ODM and the one in UDA up in Mbere, so they're putting it ni kama the government versus now the raia. Maybe when you put it like that, inakuwa ni far-fetched ama there's a true to it.
That is far-fetched. There are so many different dynamics in political path. Like the version of Mbere and the version of Kasipul are very much different. Yes. Like in Mbere, that is not an homegrown party. UDA is not an homegrown party there. But ODM in our place is homegrown party. Yeah. So the dynamics that might dictate ODM losing the Kasipul seat is not the same as the one in Mbere. In Mbere, they tend to look at UDA as an outsider's party, and knowing very well that our politics is always tribally inclined. So they are trying to bring that tribal aspect with the ownership. So the reason we don't own this party.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if we give this party opportunity, then we've sold our birthright to the outsiders. Are you getting what I'm saying? But as I know, it is a matter of a by-election. If you've analyzed by-elections anytime, since they started, by-elections results are always very unique because all the machinery are always directed to a certain point.
Yeah.
Are you getting that? So that one cannot really give a clear glimpse of the popularity of a party. Like now, the machinery is going to dictate. The candidate might even be one thing, but because of the machinery, a candidate can emerge a victor. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the by-elections are not the right platforms to validate a strength of a serious candidate or a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for example, if you come to Homa Bay, when we are going to have a by-election, a general election, the Gladys, name them, they're not going to campaign there. Kila mtu atakapiga kambi kwake.
Yeah.
Yes. So hiyo pesa yote itaenda nani? That money going to be taken to Kasipul. In the by-election, general election, you are not going to see it. So I think it is a false equivalence. Those are not the right platforms to do what? To do comparison.
Yeah.
But as it may, as a people, everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion. Yes.
Sasa, Aliet.
Yes.
Shukran sana.
Yes.
I know nowadays our interviews zinaenda zikiwa more shorter and shorter.
Yes.
I think it's because also at the end of the day, the people who watch you in our platform, also the people who follow your analysis,
Yes.
nowadays they understand you better. And I think the thing is, wanaonanga haubadilishi msimamo, haujanunuliwa. I think the day that you might be bought, watashangaa Aliet siku hizi. It's just a public opinion.
Yeah.
It's a notion. Finally, ukimaliza maybe with your conclusion, maybe to you can put it to the ODM members now that the party is now in-house, kila position imejazwa. Moving forward now, for them, what should they expect? Just a general closing opinion.
My general submission is very simple. As a family, we now have leadership. Let them prove their worth. Let them give us direction and a viable direction for that matter. But the epitome part of it is that I really agitate the Raila families should be given opportunity. That party. That party was part and parcel of them. That's why I always said Raila is ODM and ODM is Raila. Now that Raila is not there, we cannot assume that tag is going to go away that easily. Let now the party be Raila's family and Raila's family be the party. Yes. I think that's the case. Thank you.
Shukran sana. And of course, if you're watching and maybe you haven't subscribed, then maybe Aliet amesema thing or two on a topic or two that we've discussed here. Unaweza kubaliana nayo hapa chini kwa comment section. Give us your opinion so that you can also hear your voice. And also when Aliet goes and sit down and akipitia comments zako anaweza isoma na maybe he can also change a thing or two in his beliefs politically. I've been your host Ochino, then Kenya News man and also a friend. Till next time, keep it locked.